Hey, everybody. Good afternoon. This is your girl, Candrea, coming to you with a video. I'm going to be talking about how to know about depression and how to get out of it if you know someone who's dealing with it. So let's get right to it. Today, I want to talk about depression. Have you ever felt like you were depressed, or you wondered how do you know if someone is depressed or someone that you know is dealing with depression? If you want to know what some of the signs are that you or someone you know, if they're suffering from depression without even knowing it, stick around because that's what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so let's see. I have another video going here. So it's supposed to be going live. Okay, so I guess people will join on that one. All right, so I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not going to wait. So depression is a common but serious mood disorder. It causes severe symptoms that affect how you feel. And it affects how you think. It affects how you handle your daily activities like sleeping, eating, working, whatever. So for most people, it's just a loss of interest in activities that they used to participate in. Okay, so if you see someone declining, please, you want to get them some help or talk to them, you guys. Depression creeps up on you quietly. Some psychologists reported that to not even know that they were even dealing with depression, even as they helped others get out of their depressed state. Okay, so that's crazy. So before I describe more of this, here are some symptoms to know if you or someone that you know is dealing with depression. Some of the symptoms are you're going to be like dealing with somebody who has uncontrollable crying spells with or without any trigger. So they're basically just having crying spells without even anything triggering them. Okay. Another symptom is sleep and appetite issues. They're not sleeping good, or their appetite's starting to change. Another one is persistent feelings of sadness, hopelessness, worthlessness, just disinterested. Another one is social apathy. Social apathy is basically like, it means you have a lack of interest, you have a lack of enthusiasm, you're unconcerned with stuff, you just don't your concern is just gone or diminishing. All right, and then another one is emotional numbness. Okay, so pay attention. We've all experienced these symptoms at one time or another in our own lives, but if you notice that the frequency of these symptoms and the intensity of it is, if these symptoms are increasing, you want to seek and connect with like a psychotherapist ASAP, immediately. And the number, I'm going to leave a number. It's like a hotline. It's free to call. You can be anonymous if you want to. I'm going to leave that in the comments in case you do know someone who would just like to talk to someone if they're dealing with depression, or just to get some things off your mind. So I'll post that. So again, depression is, it can be difficult. It can be difficult to deal with and distracting. Okay. You need to seek professional help if you have like a hopeless outlook towards life. Seek help. If someone if he or she is like pessimistic most of the time about his or their life, that's usually accompanied by feelings of worthlessness and helplessness, hopelessness. Help them seek professional help. If you have a loss of interest, like if you just suddenly feel that, the things that usually make you happy, ecstatic, or, get you excited no longer interest you, check yourself. And you need to check to make sure you're, not spiraling down into a depression. If you don't, it'll get worse. It just eventually gets worse if you don't check into it and see what's going on. It could be symptoms that you're actually going into a depression, or he or she is. Some people go as far as not caring or having interest in how they look anymore. They'll go days and days without bathing. They won't start. They'll stop cleaning up, stop combing their hair, or they may need someone else to help them with these things. And that requires talking to somebody about it. Talk to a professional. There's plenty of them out there, you guys, and I've actually talked to a professional before. They said that they don't get many people that like to come in, or I guess people are ashamed, but you would be surprised. Getting some professional help helps a lot. And then you'll notice increased fatigue as well, you guys. Fatigue is usually mental. When you're depressed, you'll either engender a feeling of tiredness all the time, general lack of energy, and to outsiders, that's going to look like laziness. It looks like the other people are going to think you're just being lazy or they're lazy. But, to the trained eye, they know it's linked to general disinterest and depression coming on. A trained eye is going to know that. And they're just starting to slowly lack of interest in things. That's going to lead up to excessive sleeping in some people, and in others it's just going to become like they'll some other people become insomniacs where they can't sleep. Although depression doesn't cause anxiety, those these two conditions can often occur together. Okay, and I'm talking about depression and anxiety. And here's some symptoms of anxiety that might be present, which would be nervousness, restlessness, rapid breathing, increased or heavy sweating, rapid heart rate, let's see, trembling, muscle tremors, twitching, your muscles twitching, trouble thinking clearly about anything other than the thing that you're worried about. Sometimes you could wake up with anxiety and feel like you're being attacked in your sleep, or like you're literally fitting to stop breathing. Now, if you're experiencing that, you definitely want to get some help. Escapism is another one. A desire to find something to latch onto to bring yourself out of a sad state of mind or a sad state. Some examples are like latching on to drugs or alcohol more than usual, becoming addicts, or addicted to substance abuses, substance abuse, where they become abusers of substances to try to comfort themselves. But then on the other hand, some people just take up a sport, and then some just find their faith, and try to get better. Intoxicants is what actually worsens things. When people rely on intoxicants, I mean, there's nothing wrong with having recreational drinking or whatever it is you do, but if it's becoming excessive and increasing, you got to seek some help. Appetite and weight change is another one to look for. A person's weight and appetite can change due to depression. It differs from person to person. One person might gain a lot of weight, and while another person just starts losing their appetite, and now they're losing a lot of weight. And then another one is binge eating. That can be a sign of depression too. Now, here's some tips on how to get out of depression if you or someone is experiencing any of these. What you can do is realize that you're depressed. You have to realize it first and accept it. Don't go into denial and try to avoid it. A problem discovered is already half solved. Okay. And, once you accept it, you'll be better able to, decide on how you're going to heal yourself once you accept it. And then you want to fight the urge to disassociate yourself from people. Okay, a lot of people go into hibernation mode when they're depressed. Usually people will feel like it's easier to retreat into their own shell. And but it's better, what they don't realize is better to socialize, is better to be with trusted friends and family who can, help stave you off those feelings of loss, feelings of, worthlessness, and even suicidal thoughts. And then you can reach out for support. Again, support is really good. Most depressed people suffer in silence. So this is destructive. If you're suffering in silence, it's destructive. The safer option is going to be to just talk to somebody. You have to talk to someone that you trust. Talk to them about your problems. You know, open up yourself to somebody that you know that's going to listen to you and give you some good advice, or just listen. And if you feel you'd rather not have the talk with a friend or family member, then join some support groups. You have to look for some really good support groups, or call the many helplines that they have available now. There's a lot of helplines available. Like I said, I'm going to leave one in the comments that you could call. And they're available 24 hours a day, and they keep a measure. They help you keep a measure of a knot in me, so you're not exposing your, you know, you don't have to tell them all your business about as far as who you are personally and all that. They help you, you know, maintain some monotony, but definitely reach out and call someone so you could talk to them and they'll help you. And then you want to practice relaxation techniques, even though it doesn't sound too exciting, but it is. You know, meditation and deep breathing helps a great deal in depression. You know, you want to also try indulging in some type of exercise. Exercise is really good too. If any physical activity is going to release the stress from your mind and from your body, it'll also increase your energy level and give you some more energy. Okay. And then another thing you could do to get out of depression is adopt a pet. You can adopt a pet. If you got the money, buy one. Having a pet gives you something to care for. It'll help you look after and take care. You know, it takes your mind away from negative and sad thoughts, knowing that you have this responsibility to take care of something that's relying on you to help it. So adopt a pet. Another thing, again, I can't stress this enough, seek professional help if you feel that down. Seek professional help. This is very, very important. And it's not to be substituted with self-help books and self-help activities. Just go ahead and call them. You know, why? Is because your mental health is just as important as your physical health. And, you know, but it's less easy to diagnose. Okay, so you want to seek medical help in order to avoid seeking deeper into a depressed state. That's what they're there for. Okay, so here's some steps, you know, here's some other stuff you could do to keep depression at bay. You can clean yourself and your room. Clean yourself up, clean your room up, even if you don't feel like getting out of the bed. There's times people are depressed, they don't want to get out the bed. Force yourself up, get yourself together, and then make up your room. The same goes for exercising and meditating. You might have to just force yourself to do it, and you'll feel better once you do. And then another thing you can do is just go out whenever you get the opportunity to. Go out and meet up with your friends more often. Meet up with your friends regularly, or the people that you trust. Try to make some new friends. There's plenty of people out there that's looking for new friends. It may feel difficult at first when you first try this, but you'll feel better when you're around people. You can't isolate yourself. You get around people, you might get some laughs in, they might tell you some stuff you need to hear. You have to get around people. And then you always want to eat healthy foods when you're feeling depressed. Start eating more vegetables. Don't eat a lot of junk and stuff and bad food. Eat stuff that's going to give you energy, like vegetables, fruit. Get some good stuff. Go to Sprouts. Go to health food stores, Whole Foods. Shop around. You know, take you a cart and walk around and look at all the good stuff. Get you some peanuts. There's got different nuts, different chips and snacks in there, and you'll find you'll get more energy and feel a little bit better when you change what you're eating too when you're in a depression mode. And then you want to meet up with a therapist again, because they're going to guide you towards your healing. A therapist will. Always remember that you can and you will get better. I hope you got some value from this video, you guys. Please feel free to like, share, or comment if you have some thoughts or something you want to add, or just, you know, thought you got value from this information. Peace.